What if I did? What if I said? What if I looked around at everything with love? What if I heard? What if I gave? What if my hand reached out to everything with love? What if I'm a beacon of that light that shines in all of us? And what if I'm the only guide some will see? Then I must recognize within His Spirit, and it's only love. And I must be what I've come here to be. And I know the first step begins within me. What if I felt perfectly whole? What if my heart opened to everything with love? What if I knew only the truth? What if my mind accepted everything with love? What if I'm a beacon of that light that shines in all of us? And what if I'm the only guide some will see? Then I must recognize within the Spirit, and it's only love. And I must be what I've come here to be. Yes, we're gonna be what we've come here to be. Oh, Mother, Father, Spirit, guide us from above. Our sons and daughters look to us to show them love. Come, sisters, brothers, let's hold hands and sing as one, that we will be what we've come here to be. Yes, we're gonna be what we've come here to be. What if I'm a beacon of that light that shines in all of us? And what if I'm the only guide some will see? Then I must recognize within the Spirit, and it's only love. And I must be what I've come here to be. Yes, we're gonna be what we've come here to be. What if I did? What if I said? What if I looked around at everything with love? Love. What if I did? What if I said? What if I looked around at everything with love? What if I did? What if I said? What if I
Begin Within Ministries proudly presents Sofa Sundays with your hosts, Reverend Dr. Michelle Izuku and Reverend Jeannie Sovereigns. Sundays at 11:11 a.m. Arizona time and rebroadcasts on Mondays at 7 p.m. Mountain Time. Come join us on the sofa every Sunday morning. Sofa Sundays with Michelle and Jeannie. Learn more at www.beginwithinministries.com. in partnership with New Thought Media Network.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Just waiting to see. Are we here?
Can you hear us?
Yes,
I hear us.
sort of. There we are. Now we're here.
We work.
Mom, since we're not using this, can I just take this down?
Yeah.
Our big camera's not working today, but the volume, the sound's
Yes,
working, and
the
that's all
sound's
that really
working.
matters.
Exactly.
That's all
So that
really
we can
matters.
solve the world's problems.
Because that's usually what we do, and we want you to be able to hear it.
Yeah, exactly. We want to be able to hear it.
I want to be able to know what the heck I said, because sometimes the spirit just moves
Right.
through, and it's like, what did we? I don't even know.
And
Yeah,
that's
what just happened?
always so much fun
It is
because
fun.
when I listen back, I'll go, wow, that was brilliant.
Good job, spirit. Good job.
Nice work, because it's not something that came out of my head.
Well, it kind of did. But it's just-
Well, yes, out of the
We're not going
divine
into all of that
mind.
today, but yeah, we won't
Yes.
be going into that whole thing today.
I don't
But
know, we
still,
might.
We
You
could,
never
because you
know.
never know where we're going.
Exactly.
I don't know where we're going.
That's why we let spirit drive.
I'm just so glad that you wore that dress today
So I
because,
can match.
yeah, so she'll always pick her outfit and sends it to me. And then I didn't look right away, but this morning I was feeling like I wanted to wear this, which, when do you guys ever see me in something flowy and like this? When do you ever see me do that? Never. Anyway, so I was like, oh, you know what I would love to, I want to wear this. And then I thought, oh man, but she's probably wearing like a bright orange or something, and there's none, that won't work with this. And I pull it up, I'm like, no way.
Yeah. And I picked my outfit out
Yes.
yesterday morning. So
This
yeah.
is how this works.
this is how it works.
God is even in the outfits.
It really is.
I believe it.
There you go.
I do believe it.
So I am Reverend Jeannie Sovereigns, and this is Reverend Dr. Michelle Zugro. And I just like saying her name.
She says that so in case I forget.
In case I forget who she is. And we are here at Begin Within Ministries. We are Sofa Sundays, located at 7220 North 16th Street in the illustrious Phoenix, Arizona 85020.
Mhm.
Building A1. If you need to find us, the girls are on the door. So come on down. You're never late to be on the sofa with us.
You're never late to be here. So if you're driving right now, just turn around, come straight over here. We'd love to see you.
Exactly. And yeah, that's all I got.
That's it today, boys and girls. Okay. See you.
Would you like to pray us in, Michelle?
I'll pray us in. Let's do
All
it.
righty.
All right. We're just going to take a deep, settling breath. Just letting go of this morning and anything that's happened already today. Just let it go. And in the next breath, release anything coming after our time today. No, it will be there later, but for right now, we are in this present moment together. We are here in the now, recognizing the one power, energy, life, source, the divine, recognizing there is only one. And each one of us are the perfect, unique, whole, and complete manifestation of that one. It moves in as and through each one of us perfectly. And from that place of my knowing, from my truth, I speak my word for our time here today, for this now present moment, knowing that as we allow ourselves to be present, as we allow ourselves to be here in the now, I know that we receive what is ours to receive. We allow the ideas to flow easily, the laughter and the joy to move between us. With each breath, we feel the love and the connection we share. And I'm grateful for our time. I'm so grateful we have put this time aside to be here together. And so I let it go, know and trust that it's already done in the mind of God. And together we say, And so it is.
Thank you.
And I am so grateful for our time this morning. I'm so glad we're here. Thanks for being here with us in person, and anyone's online or maybe listens to us
Right.
later or even Monday night with the rebroadcast at this time.
That is also true. We're out there.
We
and
are. Let that ripple effect happen, people.
Exactly. We understand you, especially those online. You are either at a different place on Sunday mornings and you watch us later, or you're finishing out, as I do as a minister. I watch other services so that I can get filled. So, and I appreciate the ministers that watch us as well. So that's
Definitely.
awesome. So today's is an amazing one. Infinite good unfolds through me with ease.
We like the ease
We
word.
love the ease
That's
word.
a little emphasis on ease.
I like infinite good too.
I like that too, but
I'm
I
a
like it
fan.
easy.
You like it easy.
I like things with
Easy
ease.
like a Sunday morning.
Yes,
There you
oh,
go.
see, I like that song.
Yeah, that's me. I
We
just
should have
like
been playing that song this morning.
that would have been perfect.
Come
It just
on.
came to me though.
Oh,
Sorry, I can't think of everything. I'm not true.
Oh, by the way, True, we do thank you for setting us up this morning.
Yay,
For
Davis
being
in
here
the
with
house.
us. We appreciate you and all that you do.
Even if his Crocs do not have rocks, so
It's
I will
okay.
get him
It's
some.
okay though. Reverend Jeannie's going to take care of
Yeah,
that
I
for
will
you
take
now.
care of it.
Oh my gosh, your pen has a tassel on it. You
Isn't
know
it
I
cute?
love that.
Of course, I know,
You know
and
I
I
love
am not the
tassels.
tassel girl.
You
But
know I love it.
I know you. She's the tassel girl. She likes to have the fringe.
I like fringe
And the
tassels.
only reason I don't do fringe is because I have cats. I'm just going to be honest.
So you would think
It's
that
so
you
fun.
would because
I
you
have
have
cats.
cats.
Yeah, because
The
they
whole point
want
is
it.
that they, yes.
I don't want them playing with
What
my
kind of cat
stole.
mother are you?
A one that likes her tasseled stuff to be not chewed on.
Not
That's
cat
the
toys,
kind.
right?
Yeah, not cat toys. So
Oh, you brought out the big book today,
I
boys and girls. Where's my
did.
big book? I don't know. True, I don't have my book. Oh,
he's finding. So I was looking in the Science of Mind text this morning for, what is our idea of infinite good and how we manifest. Because I think a lot of times, especially if you have not had an experience with Science of Mind or New Thought, I know a lot of people see us as a magical philosophy. Just wish it, and here it is. That is not how it works, people.
yeah.
I wish it did. That would be great. But there is not an infinite sky Santa Claus who's dropping off presents and you just receive. There is work to be done on our end for us to be in alignment with what we receive. And that is where the incongruity comes from. I know, and that word almost
Do
came
it
out of my
again.
word,
Say it
out of
again.
my mouth.
Oh, I love
correctly.
intellectual talk. Say it again.
Incongruity. That is how that comes about, is we think something and we believe it, yet in ourselves, in our consciousness, we don't think we're worthy, or we're not aligned to what it is we believe we want. So that,
It's operating.
yeah, that's what's
Operating
operating
against that.
underneath it. So on page 268 of the Science of Mind text, and we are in the third paragraph, all nature conspires to produce and manifest the freedom of the individual, that it may unloose its own energy. We may be sure God is for us, whatever our conception of God may be. Whatever our conception of the relationship of Jesus and the idea of Christ to humanity and God and our own salvation may be, this thing must act in accordance with definite law in the universe. And this law says that whenever and wherever there is an adequate subjective image which does not contradict the nature of the universe, that image will not only tend to take form, but will take form and will manifest. This law we did not make and we cannot change. But this teaching should not be confused with the idea that we can show people how to get what they want regardless. True prayer must be, thy will be done. But the implication relative to the will of God in this prayer is not of submission to inevitable evil or limitation. It is a knowledge that the will of God is always good. I'm going to say that part again. The will of God is always good. The universe is for us, not against us. So when we say, I am open to, and I don't use the term God, I'm reading that I use universe or field of possibility or quantum field. That is how I see my philosophy. You are welcome to choose whatever word, and God's an easy word for most people. So the will or the quantum field is always for your good and your highest. That is what we're looking to align with, so the infinite good unfolds through me with ease.
Yes, and I 100% agree with that, 100%. That God is for our good. The universe is for our good. And I love that can you go back to where it's talking about the subjective mind? Because some of you may not be under a religious science teaching, and you may not even understand what in the world she just read on that, and because Ernest Holmes like to use certain terminology,
Yes.
where you'd be
A lot
like,
of words.
what in
Use
the
a
world is
lot
that
of
man
words.
trying to say, right? So if you could
Well,
paraphrase that to
so
where,
sure. Actually, he used the word subjective image, an adequate subjective image. But yes, he does use the word subjective mind,
right.
which is about our consciousness. So in the Science of Mind symbol, which neither one of us are wearing today, but it is a V-shaped inside a circle. So the circle is the infinite good, no beginning, no end. And the V opens at the top, and that is one thing that where we've received our degrees, Emerson Institute talks about being open at the top, being readily available to learning and accepting and receiving the divine knowledge that is everywhere. It's for everyone. There's that unity, that one connection. And as it goes down at the bottom, that's your manifest form. So if I'm open at the top and I'm receiving the divine upload, and as it goes down, it manifests into what that is, like Sofa Sundays was for us. However, there's a part in between called subjective
Let's not
mind.
forget to mention that.
Yes, or the law, right? This law in between, and there's of the V, that's the middle of the V, and there's these two lines on the outside of it that are where our belief system is. And that's the filter that takes the divine idea, filters it down through all our experiences, all our thought process, all the reasons we can or can't do something, whether we believe it or someone tells us. There's that part. And then what comes out manifest from both the divine thought we started with and what we may allow to stay in our field of knowledge. So that's where our work really is clearing that belief system, or BS as I like to say.
It is a BS system.
It is a BS.
But it is all of that stuff that we have kind of accumulated throughout our life, and it kind of stands in the way of that message, that download from the divine to manifest exactly as it came to us. So it works. So our work, if we want the infinite good, with our topic again, infinite good unfolds through me with ease. If we want it to unfold with ease, we need to work on that BS system.
Right.
We need to work on clearing that. And that's done in a variety of ways, through meditation, through prayer, through services like this that might help you to think differently about whatever it is, giving you different tools. But if we are not working on that, it will definitely clog up the ability for that to come through as it was intended. It will, because that part of ourselves, the law just says yes.
Mm-hmm.
Just says yes to whatever you're believing about it. So if it's coming through and but there's a party that says, I'm not good enough to do that. I can't do that.
Absolutely.
Do you know how hard it is to do that? Do you know how many other people try to do that and it didn't work for them? Do you know how many times, like all that garbage that we stick in there? Well, it's trying to get through there to manifest, and little bits of it just get knocked off as it's trying to come through, and then the end result is what you're experiencing right now. So if you could clear that out to where it could just manifest and come through, it would develop with ease, and it would be the reality that you're experiencing would be what the original ideal was,
Right.
which is what we really
And
strive for.
It is. It's something that's where we're looking at. And, you know, so many things are different, right? Some things are so easy to manifest, right?
Right.
Like, hey, the parking space, matching outfits, right? Like when you're, and I say this not flippantly, but when you are in tune to your divine nature, things do go easily, especially things that you just assume are taken care of, right? I know and receive certain things with ease and grace and simplicity because I don't have the BS against it,
Right.
right? And I'm like, oh, cool. Oh, how usual.
Right.
Right? How many times do we say that? Oh, how usual.
Usual.
And those are the easy ones.
Easy.
But there are things that I've had to work on. For 4 years, I was working on a new place to be as a community manager. And each time I thought,
For your career.
For my
your
career.
Right.
and each time I thought, this is the job. This is the one. And I would get excited and I felt like I was open to receive. And then my little heart would be broken. Why didn't that work out? And honestly, I'm not sure what was in there every time, but I knew that there were things that I needed to work with on that. And, you know, some of those things weren't for my highest good. I didn't know that at the time. That sometimes is the case. You know, one of my favorite songs, Thank God for Unanswered Prayers. Thank you, Garth Brooks.
Yes.
You know, that
Yes.
like sometimes that prayer that you have because that's all you can see
Yes.
isn't really the right thing for you, but you don't know it yet. And it takes some developing of things. I was going to say it takes some time, but remember in the universe, time's a construct. So everything has already happened. And that's a hard one to know that everything that's already for your highest and best good is happening right now.
Right.
Right. So I won't go into that, but you know that I'm on the quantum field trip right now.
She is, but I love it. I love it.
I'm on my quantum field trip.
And I've talked many times about the Morgan Freeman statements in that movie. What was the movie again, Ann? The one
Evan Almighty.
Evan Almighty, where he talks about, you know, if you ask you, and I'm not quoting exactly, but if you ask God for patience about something, God doesn't just make you patient.
Gives you opportunities to practice being patient.
Gives you opportunities to practice being patient. Now, I didn't know that's how it worked for a long time. For a very long time. I want to say, when did I discover that saying? Like what, only like several years ago. So like all this time, I've been praying for different things. And I didn't know then of course then this stuff happens, right? Why is this happening to me? Why is this happening to me? I asked for it to be this or that. Why is this happening?
Why is the exact opposite happening?
Because God's funny. No. Because we need, in order to embody it, we need to, I guess, learn it, figure it out, and become it. And that's something like my husband is building this brotherhood right now, and there's a lot of growth happening in him to create it. And the growth sometimes, you know, when you're going through stuff, when we were developing this, the growth we had to go through to allow it to happen, to allow ourselves to allow it. What am I trying to say? To allow it to come through us. Luckily there was two of us, because if it was just me, you know how long I sat on the part of the idea. I sat on it for a long time because I couldn't see it by myself. I couldn't understand that by like how like what? I know it's this thing, but I don't know. And I think it was Colleen Sherline who thought the idea of maybe there's somebody else, and that's when I went, oh my God, I just got that email from you or whatever, and I was
Right.
like, oh, hold on a minute, wait a minute. But you know, so there was two of us, like, not against it, but there was two of us trying to allow it to come forward, which was a lot easier than when you're trying to birth something by yourself, because you do have all this stuff that gets in your way, that doesn't align with it, doesn't, see how you can do that when you have all this other data from all your past experiences or what other people have gone through or what they've told you, that it won't work. Who are you to think that that's gonna come through, that you're gonna be able to do that?
Oh, it was almost like I planned that comment. Thank
Do
you.
it, you're welcome.
So our next thing from Ernest Holmes is
So simple, so simple.
page 197, paragraph 5. Only our own concepts limit us.
Yes, sister.
Says we are limited not by principle, but by our own inability to see perfection. Our thought can bring out a condition as perfect as we can conceive. Therefore, the man whose thought is most godlike, that is, the truest, the highest, the most noble, the most complete, the most peaceful, will be the best healer. His thought reflects a greater perfection. This is why we cannot divorce true healing from true spiritual work. When thought reaches a higher degree of perfection, as race consciousness unfolds and evolves, it will bring out a still greater development of life than we know now. So this part was talking about physical perfection and healing, but that's the big one. We are limited not by principle, but by our own inability to see perfection.
We're doing that to ourselves.
Yes.
We are limiting ourselves, and that is a mind blower, because we grow up
Because
in
we
this.
don't want to.
Well, no, of course we don't want to, but the whole world tells us that we can't do these things.
Who do you think you are?
Yeah. So you grow up your whole life thinking that it's all out here, and then someone turns around and says, "Oh no, it's you." Wait, what? What do you mean? It's me.
Mhm.
Can this be me? How could that be you not giving you that job? How is that?
I know, because I wanted it, and I knew I was perfect for it.
Right.
How
So
was
that
it
doesn't
me?
make sense. But
It
no,
did.
it was this job, and so I believe Spirit was like, okay, so you want what? Okay, so I know exactly what that is, but so we need a little bit more of this and that, and we're gonna get through this, and then it's gonna show up. But we saw trying to get this job, not working out, feeling awful, this happening. I don't understand why they wouldn't want you in that role. I don't get it. You're like the best. She really is. So they're
I know.
lost.
What was wrong with
They're
that?
lost. Really sorry. But now, of course, we go, oh,
This is why.
this is,
Yeah.
I get it. Because if you were in any of those other jobs,
Mm-mm.
you would not be happy.
No, and I am happier than
This
I
is
have
like
ever been.
bliss state right here.
My
Ridiculous.
partner has said twice so far, and I've only had the job 3 weeks. I have never seen you happier. People I talk to on the phone say, "Oh, I can hear it in your voice."
Yes, you feel your energy.
Yeah,
feels so
it
good.
is way. I do feel like this job was manifested for me. Like it's a perfect
And
fit.
you for it. You
Yeah.
are lining up with it.
Yes.
We just don't see that part. I don't think we really understand that part until we get to the other side.
Right,
we can look
and then
back
so then
go,
you can see
"Oh,
easy because hindsight's always
I see the
20/20.
path. I see the
Now I
path
can see
now.
it. Yeah.
So we have to like get in that place of feeling like, okay, well, this is something better than God. No, Spirit, here's what I'm manifesting. Here's what I want to create in my world, what I want my experience to be, and that or something better for my limited view.
Right.
You know?
And we need to pay attention to what those things are. So as I'm learning, people tend to either think about things, feel about things, or intuit things, right? And people tend to use one more than another. Of course we use all three, but people tend to use one more than another. And I remember I've been a gut person most of my life. And when I would say to somebody, I don't know, I don't think so. That doesn't mesh with me or whatever. And they would want logic behind it. They would want thoughts behind it. Now I could give you the feeling behind it, and intuitively knowing I should do or not do something, but I couldn't give you logic behind it. And then people would tell me there was something wrong with me. From being a child, you know, and how I learned in school, my parents, my friends, my multiple partner relationships, you know, when I'd say, I just don't know. And then they would say, that doesn't make sense. And now I'm learning that it doesn't have to. Intuition is about connecting with the divine in us, as us, through us. And that part, you know, and I trust my intuition now, but I didn't always.
Right.
You know, because there was so much outside BS that I took in.
And you don't really have to explain yourself to anybody else.
No,
This is your journey. So
that's easier said in the 50s than it was at
Very-
15.
yeah, right.
You know,
Right. And we just don't owe anybody else an explanation unless we want to share. But really, like, that is your guidance system for the path that you are on. They're not going to probably understand it anyway. It's not for them. It's not theirs. And you don't really want their advice or what would they do, because that's for their path.
right.
That's not for your path. You want what would I do? What is my guidance system telling me? And we have so many systems in place. I'm writing down as you're talking, things are like, we have Michael Beckwith's visioning process. What's the highest vision for this, for whatever it is? We do this in churches. We did this with CLF. We did this for ourselves. What's the highest vision I can perceive for XYZ, whatever it is? And then, okay, here it is. I get it out. What do I have to release for that to happen? What do I have to become for that to happen? And is there anything else I need to know about it? Anything else? Like, that's you're asking for that divine guidance in here. I'm not asking you.
Right.
I'm asking spirit in me. And same thing, I mean, with business people, I just realized that's what I'm doing. I'm asking, what do you, for this to happen, for this goal to happen, what do you need to stop, start, and continue? What are those 3 things that you need to do for that to happen? So that's actually what I'm doing with them.
Right.
I'm
It's
asking
helping them to
figure
vision.
out, here's my goal, here's what you want to create. Okay, what are we stopping, starting, and continuing to make that happen? You already know what it is. You know, you don't have to go ask anybody else. You already know. It's safe. Like, you can ask yourself, I want to lose 20 pounds. I want to weigh 125 pounds. What do I need to stop, start, and continue? You already know. You don't have to go
I'm
look
gonna
it
have
up.
to lose a limb for that to happen.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry.
As well. But even like the timeless Think and Grow Rich book, same thing, Think and Grow Rich book. How many good people have read that and done that process? It's the same thing. You put out, this is a monetary thing, but you can use it for anything you want. You put out the thing you want, and then you say, what am I willing to do in return for this? What am I willing to do? It's the same thing. You're not, it doesn't say, go ask 5 of your friends. What should you do to make this happen? I'm not asking them, my business people now, ask all of your family, what should you stop, start, and continue so that you can do? No, I'm asking you to tell me what is coming up for you in response to that. You already know what you need to do to clear out
That is the
your
clearest
BS
thing.
system.
That's right. That is the clearest thing. You know, talking earlier, Sue and I, about the reset, right? What it is in us that we need to know about us.
Yes.
You know, not the person sitting next to me, but me. And that is how we move forward, right? That is what we clear out. That is where we go. And being open to receive that from the divine. And the divine is not your bestie or, you know, some book you read or anything like that. That divine intuition, that infinite good, is your connection with God, source, infinite field of possibilities, however you look at that, knowing that that higher power, that greater good is available to you always.
It's always there, ever present, never going anywhere else. But I will tell you, you and I can try to manifest a thing together, and we might say, what should we stop, start, and continue? And we're going to each get different things.
Absolutely. Yeah. If you've ever been in a group visioning,
Yes.
wow. Like
It is fabulous.
It is fabulous, but some of the things that come up, like,
You're like,
you know, somebody will come up with a color, or I had a vision of
or
being
waves. or
right.
weird
Yeah, I had a
stuff.
vision of being at the beach, or you know, like, and you're like, what does this have to do
With anything.
you know, the question that we're trying to vision it, you know, a new minister, or
Yes,
you know,
we've
a
done
new
that.
job.
We've done all
or
that.
Yeah. So it is interesting, the stuff that comes up, and then especially if this same group meets continually, and then you know
It's more and more.
you don't edit anything, and as the questions come up, you start to see a pattern of this divine consciousness informed individually and then collectively,
Definitely individually. I saw this
right?
in a visioning for CLF. I saw it in the visioning for CLF, and that's what it was like. My first thought was that my ego? Like, what's my deal? And why am I thinking of my own self? Like, why am I getting a vision of me being on my own? Like, that's weird. Like, I didn't tell anybody.
And you
because
weren't
I thought
even a minister yet.
No, not even.
Yeah.
No, not even. I think I was a practitioner.
You were a
by then.
practitioner, yeah.
But I was seeing that, and it was weird, so I didn't share it. I didn't say anything because I felt like it would be taken. I felt like it was my ego talk. I felt like I hadn't tapped in right or something. I actually was, but then I kept having the same experience, and I still never shared it. But how was I supposed to know that the church wasn't going to
Right.
survive? I didn't know that then. Nobody knew that was happening
Right.
then, but Spirit did. Spirit was coming through me because when we do a visioning, we're opening up to that. So you can't, like, that's why they say no matter what comes, write it down. Don't judge it. Don't judge the weird, like, I remember somebody got waves, just like these weird wavy lines. And I can't remember, like, they matched somebody else's on the other side of the table. It was really a funny thing, but they say just don't question anything. Just let it come because you just don't know what it is supposed to tell you yet sometimes, you know? And I learned that from this, that, okay, that whatever is coming, it's not ego, it's not whatever, it's just
You're
spirit.
open.
It's the spirit
You're open
saying.
into spirit.
Yeah, so like anything can come through, and you just have to be like, okay, well, I'll write it down, but I don't know what.
Yeah, I don't know what this means, but okay. Yeah.
You know, so but here it is. You know, so I really feel like when we want infinite good to unfold through us with ease, we have got to ask these questions of ourselves. We've got to be looking at ourselves and saying, okay, so what's my work? What am I needing to stop, start, and continue? What do I need to become or release out of my life so that I can be manifesting with ease the good that's mine, that's already there, sitting there, going, hey.
And we know.
We already know.
We
You know your
intuitively
answers.
know.
You know your
Yeah,
answers.
we do. Yeah. It's,
But if you don't intentionally sit down with it, I think you just keep moving forward. You live in life, moving. Intentionally take some time and do that with yourself. We are powerful beings living like we're humans. You know, running around here like you're a human being.
I love
You're
that.
acting
We are
like that.
powerful beings living like we're humans.
Yes, we're just
That's a
supposed to be
t-shirt.
having a human experience. We're not supposed to be a human being. Like we need to like get our facts straight and how we're behaving out here. And I'm speaking to myself. Like as I'm saying all this, I'm like, well, hell, now I know what I haven't been doing right. I haven't been doing this for the things that we're working on. So that will change. But we need these reminders. That's why services are so important, even if it's just once a week, just to reset and remind. Like we have all these tools at our disposal, and Spirit is coming through us, moving in us and through us
Absolutely.
all the time, and trying to get the whole message through. And it's getting boggled up with our BS system.
Yep.
So our work, man, we've got work. I got work to do.
We got work
I'm
to
gonna have
do.
go home and do all
I
this.
have some meditations from
I think we need some
Ernest
meditation.
Holmes, right? These are meditations for self-help in the back of the Science of Mind textbook.
Mhm.
And he has just little paragraphs, and I found two. So if you would like,
What pages are you on?
I am
Just
on
grab
page
that.
533 and 534. So just two of them. So if you'd like, just get yourself settled, and if it's comfortable, to close your eyes. And I'm just going to read through this and breathe through this. Okay? I meet my good. Today, I meet my good. It knows me and will not let me depart from it. My good is at hand, and I cannot be robbed of it. Good is forever expressing itself to me and mine. I can even now see and hear and feel the all good in and around me. Let's breathe that in. I can even now see, picture that good that you are thinking of. The minute you heard the topic, something came to mind. See that manifested. What does that sound like? And how does that feel to experience this good in and around you? It presses itself against me and fills me with a great surge of life. That is what our good does. It gives life. My good is at hand. Now stay with this good and know my good is complete. It is finished. It is now here and is conscious of me and of mine. I do not have to wait for my good. It is at hand and ever ready to spring forth and express itself to me. I accept my good and gladly acknowledge it to be my daily companion. My good is mine now, and I can see it and feel it and know it. Today, I claim my good. Think that again. Say that to yourself. My good is mine now.
My good is mine now.
I can see it
I can see it
and feel it
And
feel it,
and know it.
and know it.
Today, I claim my good.
Today I claim my good.
And so it is.
And so it is.
Okay, there we go. I mean,
Love it.
Ernest really knew this quantum field, even though he gave it different names, but this infinite field of possibility, we are powerful beings. We can claim that. And there is nothing that stops us but us.
Yeah, that's it, sister.
I'm really annoyed that
Say
I'm
it
the
again,
problem.
sister.
You know,
Say it again.
really annoyed that I'm the problem. You know, I mean, I love that song.
It is
but-
annoying.
Yeah.
It's
You know.
annoying, but it's also reassuring because
Yes.
I can't change you, but I certainly can work on myself.
Exactly.
I can control, I can work on what
Exactly.
needs to be worked on. It's much easier to do that.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
I appreciate
Does anybody have any comments, anything they'd like to share today? Guys feeling
that.
good?
Anybody want to tell me about their infinite good?
Oh, it's some infinite good going on.
What we got infinite good at? So
Oh,
I'll
good
share.
stuff.
I'll share an infinite good.
What you got? What
Well,
you got?
because of my
Aw, tell them about that.
So I saw this thing on Facebook that was this little, make your own rings thing, and it was probably the end of March, beginning of April, and our anniversary is the beginning of April. And I sent it to Dakota. Wouldn't this be cool if we did,
Yeah.
something like this? And Dakota ran with it. She was like, absolutely, let's do it. And that was my anniversary gift. She booked it. And so we went yesterday, and it's a private class. And so it was just us, and we get to play with the tools and learn how to, make the rings. We pick out the silver. She tells us all about it. one of the things that she said that was so in the field of metaphysical stuff was about how when you first pick the metal, all the molecules are soft, right? But the minute you start working with it, the metal hardens up.
Oh.
And the reason of that hardening, they call it the hard work of the metal, is what keeps the ring in shape. Is that movement and that working. Now, have you ever had a cheap ring? I have, right? I have a ring that somehow got all bent out of the shape. Wish I had brought it with me. Maybe she could have,
Fix
shown
it,
me how to
right.
harden that up.
Right.
But that is what our infinite good is all about, right? There's that part in us. Of course, it's soft and, the infinite good. But we have to work with it to get it to be the shape it needs to be.
Right.
So that's what brings it about to form.
Yes.
And so we got to form our rings and
And
have them.
And your anniversary date got
My
engraved on the
anniversary
inside.
date is
So
engraved in the side,
fun.
and they match. And
12 years this year?
yes, 12 years. Yes.
And they're beautiful silver, beautiful.
Yes,
Very
and
pretty.
one of the things after we did it in the and I was a little nervous about the whole torch part of it, right? It was like fire.
Who do I need to become?
Right? Who do I need to become? Somebody who can handle fire.
I need to be a welder. Okay.
And after you do it, after you torch it, then you put it in water and everything. And as soon as it hits the water, it's cool enough to pick up.
Oh.
So we pick it up, and then she has you pull it to make sure the bond has held, right? And to prove that the bond has held. And that also was a very learning thing, right? So we test ourselves sometimes to see, is this who I have become? Right? Have you ever had that experience where you're like, I know I worked on this. Why am I back?
No.
That's your pulling to see, did that bond hold?
Right. Did I really transform? Right. Did I
Yeah.
just change for this thing? Or I just change for that thing. Like trees change and then they, change through all the seasons, but they go right back to the green thing. We want to transform like a seed into a tree.
Absolutely.
We don't want to go back. I want to stay what I've become.
So I think that sometimes in the midst of that process, I know for myself I need to check in and make sure that I'm clear before I start addressing whatever it is.
Yeah.
And just recently I had the experience of not choosing the right time, addressing something in a time frame when I was diminished. And so the message comes across a little more emotional, maybe a little less clear. And interestingly enough, the outcome for me, and I'm actually still reflecting on this, the outcome for me was triggered by shame. That I shouldn't have brought this up. I should have never mentioned it. And then I've been praying on how to approach that conversation again, so that I don't feel ashamed, so I can feel complete. What's come through in my prayer is that I need to go back and say, I heard what you said. I'm good with that, but here's some things that I would like you to think about. And I'm still actually, even this morning, even today, crafting the communication. And it's not going to be a phone call that I'm not emotionally ready for. It's going to be me thinking it through, praying on the clarity that I want to impart. And I'm already feeling better about it because I can say, okay, that's good. I don't need that. I don't need more money, but you need to understand what I'm doing, what I'm contributing.
Right.
So that's what I'm in the process of currently developing.
And I know you do, you just didn't say it, but in the prayer, when we are going into a situation like that, to pray for us and our clarity and how we do it, but also to pray for them. And I already know you do that, you just didn't say it. But
Well,
I
I didn't pray about this at all.
But you're saying now you are praying.
Yeah, right, yeah. the
And I
phone
know
call
you're
came
praying
through.
for both of you,
Yes, of course.
because of course, yeah, you just didn't say it. And I just wanted to remind, because that was something I learned in a situation that was stressful for me, and in that moment of praying for myself, something happened. Like my mind said, "Oh, and them too. Pray for them too. I want. Why do I just want for myself? I want for them too." So I prayed for both of us to have an outcome that was good for both of us. I didn't want to just be the only winner. I wanted them to also have. And I remember that conversation being so different than I thought. It was so successful because I believe because I prayed for both of us to have the infinite, the good, you know? And I know you already know you do that because I know that you think that way already. You know, you're always praying for everybody. So, but that's an important step. I love that.
Absolutely.
I love what you're talking about. And yeah,
And sometimes it takes a minute, like you said, to get clear,
yeah,
right? To get clear on what it is we want. And I love that you said, you know, that you came at it first in that diminished part of us. You know, when we have, you know, when we come out of feeling, right, our emotional state matters, right? Because sometimes we do feel less than the infinite divine goddess that we actually are.
yes.
And operating out of that space can leave us, you know, in shame, in anger, in, you know, fear, those type of places. So being clear is an important step. Now I get it. Sometimes you're in the heat of a moment. There is no chance for that.
Right.
So
Old programming jumps
Right.
in.
so that's why it's so awesome to be able to, you know what, everybody else is living in this human experience as well. So it's so awesome to be able to go to somebody and say, hey, could we have a do-over?
I was just gonna
Could
say that.
we
Could
talk
could I
about
do
this
that
again? Yeah, could we have a second, now that I am not whatever might have been
Emotional
triggered,
charge, yeah.
the emotional charge,
Yeah.
have this, you know, experience. There's the thing, and I just saw this earlier today, somebody talking about how we are so, this world now, we're so much more aware of when we are triggered emotionally, and we can even name it. However, we don't always take the time to say, and here is how I'm going to amend that situation. You know?
Yeah.
We just go, oh yeah, I got triggered, and we leave it. You know, so
Right.
kudos
Yeah.
that you were at a place that you could say, okay, let me clear this up for me. Here is really what I need and what I'm expecting and how it's happening for me, just so that you're aware, you know. And sometimes that is the hardest thing to do,
Oh yeah.
right? Is to become clear with ourselves and say, that experience that just happened and these feelings that happened because of it, you know, I need to do some work on, you know. And I think what's even harder is when something triggers me that's not about my life. It's about somebody else's life. And I feel my judgment come up on what because you mentioned this earlier. Don't ask them what they would do. It's not their life, right? And I want to give people opinions about what I do in their life.
I would like to.
I would like to tell you how you should live your life. Who am I? Right? I don't know what's inside of you.
We don't
What
know the
you,
better thing. Yeah.
right? Exactly. And when that happens and I feel myself wanting to explain why I think they should do something, I, one, hold my tongue
Mhm.
and then look at what's happening for me.
Or them wanting to save them
Yes.
for making a mistake.
Yes.
Like, oh my God, I don't want them to go. Let me help. You want to help them, or you want to almost. You don't realize you're doing it, but you're robbing them from the experience in their own life.
Yeah.
And I've been learning that a lot lately. Like to just sometimes you have to let people go through the pain because that is the growth part.
That is
the-
what changes to the
Yes.
quantum leap. Don't make
Yes.
me tell the finger story again. But that is sometimes the
is.
pain is what
don't
enables
want
us to
anybody to
make the
hurt.
change.
I don't want anybody to hurt.
No.
I want to tell them here's how you need to do it so that you don't have to hurt and just do what I'm telling you and everything's gonna be fine. But but that's not the truth. The truth is that they need to go through, they need to mess it up.
Right.
They need to maybe say something they shouldn't have said, and then they have to go back and own that and deal
Right.
with that.
Give
You
people
know?
the dignity
Let
of
them
their
have their own
life
journey
experience.
please.
Yeah.
And just love them through it, then don't be mad at them because they did. That'd be like, I've been trying to understand, trying to see. And I think one of my gifts is I can really see the inner child in myself and in other people very clearly. And it doesn't matter how big you are, how old you are, how little, it doesn't matter. We all just want to be loved, and we want to matter, and we want to feel safe. We want to feel safe to love. And some of us didn't have a beginning that felt that way. So we protect ourselves, or we behave in these ways that make ourselves feel safe instead of actually being safe or letting other people feel safe. So it's a complex journey. And
really
sometimes we have to fall down and make mistakes so that we can get back up. And maybe sometimes we have what it takes to correct it and fix it and recognize the shame in it. And sometimes we have that ability. Sometimes we can't do it. And we have to go lay down and just shut the world out and just process. But whatever it is, that's our path. And I don't want to rob anybody of that
Exactly.
because I don't know your answers. But I think what we do up here is we guide and give you ideas and tools that you can use for your own
Absolutely.
journey.
So
And we
they-
certainly would listen.
Right. So that you can find the best answer for you.
Yes.
That is our ultimate goal, right? We
Right.
talk about Begin Within Ministries. This is about helping you find the life you love living.
Right.
And in that, there's going to be some work,
There is.
right? The life we love living doesn't just happen. We have to participate.
Right. And you have to kind of, like I said to someone yesterday, like sometimes those old wounds have healed over with scars, and you have to open them back up so they can heal all the way, the right way. And that hurts
Oh, yeah.
like an MF. Like that is some painful work. And a lot of people don't have what it takes to do it. And if you can't do it, hey man, give yourself
Right.
grace.
Give yourself
Because
grace.
it's painful. But at the same time, that stuff's operating, that stuff's staying in your BS system. And it is hindering probably the thing you really want, which is why it's being showing up anyway. So
Yeah.
if you can find your tribe and people that can walk that journey with you, not for you and not stop you, find your tribe to help you move through that. And if you could get those scars, open them back up and actually heal that process, man, I'm telling you, there's a juicy life out there.
Absolutely.
People that love you and care about you and want to
And they're
be
your
there for you.
anchor.
Yeah.
They're the support thing that will help you not fly away.
Yeah.
Right? That just know that there are, that tribe, that anchoring,
Mhm.
that so you know that you are there, held, so that infinite good
Yeah.
can unfold
With ease.
with ease.
Oh
There we go.
man, I love it up here. I love you guys. Thanks for the sharing. I just want everybody just to have a life they love, but to know that they are loved and that they are loved. I just want that for everyone, and it's we all have different journeys. The whole thing.
Absolutely.
So there it is.
There it
That's
is.
what I know. That's what I know.
There it is.
Oh Lord.
I have really been in a little singing thing. I've let my new employees know that I tend to break out in song and talk to myself. So, they're like, who is this crazy
They
woman
love
they
you.
hired?
They love
If
you.
they have a question about that, there's two things
Yes.
you can say. You can tell them, well, I've got an interesting speaker and a captive audience, or I'm having a staff meeting.
There you go. I like the interesting speaker and a captive audience. There
Perfect.
you go.
Perfect.
I love it. I love it.
Do you want to pray us out, my friend?
I do.
Are we all complete? Everybody feels good? Okay. Here we go.
In this knowing, in this space, in this sound, in this vibration and frequency that is the divine good, the infinite good unfolding as us here and now. And we are one with it. I speak my word as law, knowing that this unfolding is happening easily and effortlessly as we are open and available to it. I am so grateful for this time that has been, knowing and blessing it. And as we go forth from here, we bring this energy, this vibration, to help others anchor into the truth that is them, that they are this powerful being in human form, able to create, to build, to dream, to live a life they love living. And I send blessings. Blessings to teachers and leaders of all faiths, cities, and countries everywhere, knowing and affirming they're guided, guarded, and protected in all ways, through all things. And for this I give great thanks, and I let it go. I let it go, calling it good, calling it done in the mind of God. I say thank you and release it now. And together we say, and so it is.
Love it.
There we go. So grateful. So if this has been a beautiful time for you, which I know it has been, like and subscribe, share with your friends. Say, hey, look at these ladies on a sofa that have something interesting to say.
Right?
So
a lot to say.
We do. We're 4 years in, still
Never
talking.
ending.
Still talking.
Still talking.
There you go. So like and subscribe. And if you would like to donate to us financially, please go to beginwithinministries.com. You can make a one-time donation, or you can join us as a spiritual church club partner. Now, what is that? What is a spiritual church club partner?
Well, that is
That's
someone.
us.
That's these people. That's our community that we're building here. We support this ministry through our tithes, our offerings, so that we can build it even more. Our spiritual church club partners get their own journals. They get their own mugs.
Oh, yes, mug shot.
They get their charm with the
Their
sofa charm.
Their sofa
I
charm.
love my sofa charm. And they get to be a part of this community. They get, when we do classes, when we have workshops, all of that, anything that we do, that's included in their partnership, because they're helping to support us financially so that we can do more for everyone.
So to become a spiritual church club partner, it's $45 a month or $75 for a couple. So feel free to join us. You can also join us online on Facebook. We have a Facebook group called Sofa Sundays, so you can join us there as well. And I think that's it.
I know. Well,
Yeah.
happy Sunday to everyone.
Happy Sunday, and we are officially done the first third of the year.
Oh my
Woo!
goodness, stop it.
We will see you next
See you
time.
next Sunday.
Bye.
Thanks for watching. Tune in again next week at 11:11 a.m. Pacific Time, or Monday evening at 7 p.m. Mountain Time. In partnership with New Thought Media Network.